Welcome back, everybody, to a Last Day on Earth Season 17 breakdown style video. Yes, as of right now, these are the Season 17 teaser trailers. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more released and obviously a lot more information in the coming times. But I think right about now is a good time to sort of consolidate all of the information around Season 17 because the devs have done a pretty good job of spreading it all out. But once you consolidate it, there's actually quite a bit of information on Season 17 already out there. So, I suppose, let's take a look. As always, join my Discord, follow my Twitter, you know the drill. Let's get into it. Now, like with all of these breakdowns, I have a very specific style in doing so. ldoe breakdowns are great, but we have to remember to keep everything in the Last Day on Earth context. What I mean by that is if you see the helicopter in sort of the background of the image, that does not mean the helicopter is coming, okay? We have to remember to keep these things in ldoe realism, with the ldoe realism filter as I call it, but we have to remember to ground these things with realistic expectations. The helicopter is likely not going to come. We would see a lot more teases if that were the case. As always, that's how the breakdowns work. Anywho, let's get into it. I think first and foremost, we should establish whether it's single player or multiplayer, and the devs sort of revealed that accidentally here, where they say, "Hey survivors, autumn has come, bringing in new ideas and global plans for the future. Lately, we've been working very closely and actively and are not going to stop." That's a good thing. We need updates. That means there's plenty of exciting and, more importantly, collective experience ahead. Now, as always, we're working on the updates, the closest of which is planned to be released at the end of the month. We'll keep you up to date and, of course, share details about that development. Now, notice they don't say season expected to release at the end of the month, but I would think that there would be a season, considering that's the same window that it usually takes between seasons. Usually it's about a month. The last season ended very early September. Next season starts very late September / October-ish. Really quick, I do want to jump in here. ldoe has never really been ahead of the actual real-life seasons with regard to, like, Halloween, Day of the Dead, whatever happens in October. So, no, I don't think it's any Halloween, Day of the Dead themed season. At least, it doesn't look like it from the teasers either, but ldoe is usually behind. But we do know for sure that the update is 100% guaranteed. Well, with a grain of salt, obviously, because last time they gave us a date, they sort of messed it up. But it's planned to be September. Now, this one's going to upset a lot of multiplayer people out there. They sort of reveal this with their next post, whether the update is going to be single player or multiplayer. Would you like to know what's in the next upcoming update? Roughly paraphrased, okay? Then we shouldn't be sitting around. Let's scout about the wastelands together. Note that word, wastelands. When you go to the Last Day on Earth inboxes and you see two sort of different tabs. One says wastelands, the other one says crater. Notice how it says wasteland. That means it's going to be a single player update. I'm sorry. Down here, but scouting starts with preparation. We'd like to know how many are true daredevils, blah, 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 blah. Fill out the mercenary card and leave it in the general off-topic English. Note, it's an activity, people. Mercenaries are not coming, okay? Well, at least we can't confirm that mercenaries are coming with this one image. This is an activity meant to stimulate activity in the community. It's not meant to say stuff is coming. We can sort of pull a little bit from it where they say what's in the next update. We have to scout the wastelands. That they would say crater if it was a crater update, I would think. But this mercenary card event is just a fun activity for survivors to participate in. It's not a teaser for mercenaries coming. I really have to be specific there. With all that said, let's get into some of the actual teasers, some of the stuff that realistically could be in the next update, based on some of the teases. And I think this one sort of plays right into that previous point, whether this is a single player or a multiplayer update. Right there, we have sort of pipes. Now, where do you expect to see pipes? Before anyone says it, no, pump jack does not seem realistic with the ldoe context, okay? Obviously, pipes, yeah, you could see pipes at pump jack, but realistically, we would see a lot more teases about that. They would have said crater, stuff like that. They want to get the multiplayer people hyped again. They would mention crater. Realistically, that looks like something that could appear in the lab, or something that could appear in an event. Lab, I would probably guesstimate, maybe. I don't want to put a guarantee on that, and I probably won't, but realistically, that looks like something from single player. Also, notice they don't show two different stages, so I'm assuming it's just something we interact with once. It's not something we have to build. I think they would have shown the multiple different stages if they did that. At least that's what they've done in the past. Now, this next part sort of plays into it, the underground pipe sort of theme. And they sort of give a little bit away with their caption. Everyone knows that miners are tough guys, even zombies. Who would dare mess with a sturdy chap with a pickaxe in his arms? Notice how they say miners are tough guys, even zombies. Notice the difference between tough guys and zombies, meaning that these are not zombie miners. Now I wonder, can we get this armor? Notice how that's just a drawing. It doesn't look like a finished model at the very least. We know that these are survivors, so we might encounter them in the next updates. And then the last sort of teaser that plays into it, we have an absolute just decoration. Or, actually, no. When I think about it a little more and you go a little bit deeper, it's not just a decoration. If I had to guess, this is the new chopper skin. And we can sort of figure that out based on the pictures on the side. So if we zoom in a little bit more ZD, we can see that there are some referral pictures right on the side. Yes, you've got a truck, another angle of a truck, and then a truck drawing on the side, but up above that, we have a chopper skin. Now, why would they put a chopper skin? It doesn't make realistic sense unless they're using it sort of as a model, roughly base the image around, or the texture and all of that within the ldoe chopper context. And if we look over on the rightish side, that looks like something we would ride as a chopper skin, right? It sort of even looks like that other buggy they previously mentioned. So this, if I had to put money on it, I would say is a chopper skin. Probably a skin from the season pass, if I had to guess. Usually they don't put random skins in just one-off random events. Now notice how they don't mention this is the absolute next update, but I have no idea. Realistically though, the next update might be a season, it might be an update in between seasons like they did with the Bikers Camp. We don't know for sure 100%, but obviously I'll keep you updated on that. This has been all of the information, so just to recap, we know it's a single player update, we know that there is a chopper skin, miners, which are people, and pipes are likely to sort of appear. Quite interesting what you can break down from these teaser trailers, and once you apply the ldoe realism filter, we're not going OMG pump jack, miners, 100% confirmed OMG. Yeah. Anywho, that's going to do it for this video. If you haven't already, subscribe, join my Discord, follow my Twitter, you know the drill. I'll do another video if you really want to see it. I don't know. Usually they start releasing teaser trailers and then it's like, you can kind of see it from the thing. Just use the ldoe context and you can kind of figure out what the next update is right from their own video. But if you want to see me break it down, I can do that. Subscribe, ZD out.